What percentage of your comics do you think are graded?
Maybe 5%.
And what is the reason why you grade your comics?
Preserve them, the value of them. If you're trading or making deals, there's no hesitation. Everyone can look it up and see what the grades are. Sometimes with raws, people have their own views on certain books, so it makes that easier to make trades and deals.
Do you collect graded comics?
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of graded comics.
Would you say it makes up 30, 40, 60%? What percent of your collection is made up of graded comics?
1%.
1%?
1%.
What is the reason why you grade those comics?
Resale value.
What percentage of your books do you think are in the graded?
About 1% of my books are graded.
And what is the reason why you grade your comics?
Strictly to preserve them. They are the books that I love. I slab them for preservation.
What percentage of your comics are graded?
Maybe 2%, 1%.
And why do you grade comics?
I grade comics mainly because to preserve them. Honestly, it's my Silver Age or high value books. I'll grade them to preserve them because I'm clumsy and I don't want anything to happen to them. And also really just value wise, preserve the value, preserve the book. That's why I grade them.
What percentage of your collection do you think makes up your graded comics?
About 40%.
Why do you grade comics?
To maintain the grade of the book for investment purposes and also for liquidity. In other words, if I decide to ever sell the book is held at that grade, so I get the value captured for those grade of books.
What percentage of your collection is slab?
Less than 1%.
Tell the good people out there in the internet land, why do you slab those books?
Primarily for value. Retain the value of the book. Makes it easier to trade, makes it easier to sell. And for the few of them that actually keep in my collection for preserving the condition that they're in.
We are back. It is Thursday night, and you know what we do on Thursday nights. It's the Heroes After Dark, the greatest group of heroes assembled on the internet. And I got some books. And listen, I'm going to start this off. I know it's always controversial, but I got to say it. First appearance of Gambit, X-Men Annual 14. I got it in a 9.0. I'm not mad at the grade I got. I know there's some 9.8s out there, and they're plentiful, and there's some raw ones out there, but this is my book, and I'm proud of it. So I got a 9.0. Again, this is the first appearance of Gambit, no matter if it does say cameo appearance. Next book I got, personal favorite PC book, Heroes for Hire #1, 6.5 off white to white. First appearance of Luke Cage. I cannot stress enough. This is one of those books, no matter what you are as a collector, you should have in your collection. You may not have emotional attachment to it. Get you a 2.0, get you a 2.5. It's definitely one of the books you need to have. Matter of fact, it's one of the most important comic books in the ethos of comic books. Look it up. So next book I got, because I was such a big fan of the movie, Edge of the Spider-Verse #3. As you can see, this is the movie art. And this is a Comic Mint edition exclusive. This is actually the origin story of Spider-Boy. So that's the Edge of Spider-Verse #3. And of course, I have to end it with the big dog, everybody's favorite superhero, mine's especially, Ultimate Fallout 4 9.8. This again is another book that I feel every collector should have. Now, if it's important to you, 9.8. But there's plenty out there. If you're just getting it to put in a collection, get you a 6.0. Get you a matter of fact, I think a 9.4 is very low hundreds, under $500 book. So you definitely want to get this. All in All Comics, new pickup for the week. Captain America #25, first appearance of Sam Wilson as Captain America. Coincidentally enough, the new trailer just came out. So this is right on time. Key book, affordable book. Why did you just pick this book up?
Well, it's a book I should have had in my PC, and I felt that since I enjoyed the trailer so much before or if this book becomes one of those books that is more expensive, I needed to have one. So I rushed out and I grabbed me a copy.
Okay, definitely, definitely. Now, long term, do you see this book eclipsing the price that it is now, ascending higher?
I see this book gaining value depending on how well the movie is received.
Okay.
The previews look amazing. You know, you have people that are both on the fence about, you know, how it looks or Marvel's history, but I feel that Marvel's on the path to rebuild right now. So the following movies that will be coming out, I feel are going to be key points, key turning points in the Marvel history in their universe.
So not only do I feel the same way, but talk to me about, do you feel like Sam Wilson is underrated in the comics and in the movies as well as Captain America? Because when I seen the trailer, I'm like, I think Sam Wilson is underrated.
I think it's more of a respect. It's just kind of like a Miles thing. You know what I'm saying? Miles has respect, but he doesn't has as much respect as Peter Parker.
Gotcha.
Because Peter Parker has a longer history and he's been known worldwide by a broader audience than Sam as Cap has or Miles as Spider-Man has. So I feel that the younger generation is going to more attach to Sam than they will as Steve. And then the older generation will attach to Steve more than they will Sam. So it's a more of a known factor. He's just not as known. But if people get to know the character and know the history, his background and why he's doing it, and like he's a little different. He doesn't have a super serum. He's just a man in a suit with a shield.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel that him as this part, it's gonna be a sight to see.
Back at it again, heroes. What's up? What's up? This is the real deal. That's what they call me. Picked up some books this week. Trying to get my 300 set. I'm trying to go for those 9, so I picked up this 9.6 from a friend around here. So I got a good deal on this. So I'm happy to add this one to the PC. These next books I'm going to show you guys. 4M Comics got these books graded for me, so I'm super excited. Did a pre-screen, but got these back, and some books we kind of tested the market. So X-Men 184, First Forge 9.8, X-Men 268, got the 9.8 on this one. Yeah,
Iconic.
great cover, great cover.
Iconic.
The next book, ASM 306.
Ooh.
How much is that?
Shit.
Yeah.
Bringing that heat.
Yes, sir.
It's another McFarlane book.
McFarlane.
Farland did
Goodness.
his thing. And
How
it's
much is that? Action Comics.
Ah,
Great cover, 195.
Bill
XM
Sienkiewicz.
195. You know,
some of the heroes' favorite.
Yes, sir.
9.8. And then these next two, a newer book. I normally don't go after it, but I saw the cover and Unknown got the Virgin trade dress.
Cover grabs.
Cover.
Those are great books to grab.
4M Comics, look them up on all social media platforms. Does a great job getting your books down the CGC and back. Perfect. It took less than a month to get them back graded. So,
What's up, guys? It's your boy 4M Comics, aka Mike, coming at you. Got a nice little haul coming back from the travels, just being around and out and about. Been helping the fellas out with their CGC submissions, so definitely been keeping me busy with dropping books off, picking books up, just sending books all over the world right now, right? But wanted to show off a few books that I picked up that I got back that I'm super proud of. But NYX. This is NYX #1. Now, with the series, obviously, we know the big part is that it is X-23's appearance in this run. Her first appearance was in this run. So I've just been picking up the books, and I just said, well, you know what? I actually do have a few sets of the NYX run, so I'm just sending them in to get graded. So wanted to see if I can get all 9.8s across the board. So that's what I'm doing. So this one came back a 9.4. I do have 2 more. I need to look at them a little bit closer, just to see which one to hit that next 9.8 on #1. But speaking of NYX, look what else. I did get a 9.8 on #2. So coming in, I am going to fill this run guys, I will feel it. So all 9/8s coming at us in the NYX series. Now, not just NYX, I had to jump ship a little bit and go over to my Star Wars. So was able to get my hands on the Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Now, this is the official comic adaptation of the movie. Now, this one is what they say first Palpatine was presented in this. So definitely a cool book to have. And it got it at a 9/8. So super excited about that as I was looking over it. Can't go wrong, Star Wars fans. And also, Return of the Jedi, issue number 3 with this one. And a lot of people will say this is the first Ewoks, first Admiral Akbar is in this one as well. So again, the movie adaptation. So 9/6. So keeping that high grade going. So everything in the 9s, guys. 9, 9s, 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 9s. We rolling with it. That's it, fellas. Thank y'all for sticking with us. 4M out.
What's going on, guys? T-Rex here, showing you my weekly / bi-weekly haul because it's been a couple days extra. Ahsoka #1 came out. We all love Ahsoka. Shout out to Rosario. So I picked up the 2 favorite covers for Ahsoka. This is the AKA variant. This is a beautiful variant. Love this one. And one of my favorite Star Wars characters ever, Jabba the Hutt. Don't know why he's on the cover, but I saw him and I had to get it. Also love my foil variants. Deadpool. Go see Deadpool next week. Me, Black Supernova. Gonna see it IMAX all day. This is the foil for #1. I actually have a signed copy of the original one. Maybe I'll get this one signed to match it. The X-Men 97 Love is Not Over. I got 2 covers. Bad guys on the VHS. Good guys just standing there in their pose, in their hero pose. This is the 2nd print of issue 3 and the 3rd print of issue 2. X-Men 97, all day, every day. Oh, forgot one more Ahsoka. This is the one. This is the actual Rosario cover. 2 ratio variants that I picked up. This is one Russell Dodman. Oh, I didn't see that one. That was creepy. Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man 53, 125. And last but not least, it finally came in. This is my Doom #1, 2nd print, 1 in 25 Virgin variant. This is Sanford Green and all his great Sanford Greenness. I'm going to probably get this remarked. I was going to send it in with 4M, but I think I need a remark right here. A little Doom right there. James Tynion is one of my favorite creators, so he was doing a Kickstarter called Room Service. It was a short film he was making. And did Kickstarter, who even knows how long ago, months and months ago. And it finally came in. I don't know what's in here because you do a Kickstarter and it's like add on this, add on that, click on this. Next one you know, hundreds of dollars later, you get a box full of who knows what. So we are going to do an actual unboxing. I was super excited. I was gonna open it early, but I was like, nah. But that's all right. Remember, this is Room Service. This is a short film by James Tynion and his creative team. And what is in the Kickstarter? Got some bubble wrap. Oh, I should have white gloved this. Woo! So we got him another envelope. Pull a Room Service sticker. We're not gonna open what's in there yet. We're gonna wait. We got what feels like a book. Don't look at that. Yeah. And we got a Gemini, which means I did have the extra comic books in here. So let's start with that. Oh, I got 2. All right. Ooh. So this is Room Service issue 0. So what I heard about this is that is a prequel to the movie. So I'm gonna read this first before I watch the movie. So that's good. There's also another. Oh, look at this. Didn't know this was in here. This is a gold variant. Solid gold.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, gold foil. Oh, that's great. So let's see what is in this neatly packaged. Hey. Room Service, the movie art book. So I might not know who did the cover of that, but I do know who did the cover of this. This is Martin Simmons, one of my favorite artists ever. This is Martin Simmons. He's across the pond. This is awesome. This is the back. The movie art book. We got those two, and then we got this. Oh, a little special delivery.
Getting room service.
All right, guys, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, yeah, a bunch of stuff. All right, you got a thank you note.
That's cool. Thank you for staying with us.
Elsa. So Elsa. All right. So we're not. Elsa, I think, is the one who made the short movie. Oh, that's cool. We have a movie ticket. So after I read this, I'm gonna go watch the movie. It says I back to Kickstarter room service.
So where is the movie available? Is it on?
So I know I have a digital copy of it, but I will let you guys know if you want to watch it. Room service sticker. I love my stickers. This looks like a little print. I like that. Oh, bunch of prints. All right.
Oh, nice.
We got one more print. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, I like that one. We got one more print. We got. This is probably the best one, I think.
Yeah.
I like that one the best. And this one. Last
like that.
not least. And this definitely does feel like a poster. Anything else? Anything else in there? So this is the poster that matches the book. And I'm happy. I'm super happy. I'm gonna watch that movie this weekend when I get more time. I got my 2 exclusive comics. I got my movie art book. I got my prints. I got my stickers. I am very happy. And hopefully the movie's great, and I'll let you know. I'll do a review.
So what are we talking about, comic book champ?
All right, well, we're talking about the few books that I brought for the week, right? These are books that were sent in to CGC. I went through my boy Forum Comics, of course, right? Shout out to him. We're sponsored by him, of course. And sent in 4 books, 1 reject, 3 came back at 9.8. So starting with ASM 311, McFarlane,
Goodness.
Mysterio Goodness.
Absolutely. And then, of course, the 311
That's right.
with the spider web.
With the 4 drawn spiders somewhere on the cover. So some of the books will have his signature, and next to the signature, you'll see a number. And that's the number of spiders that you can find on the cover.
Love it.
So pretty nice. I'm working a trade with a guy I know. So we'll see.
A guy.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what we have a swap coming up, guys. So in the near future, you're gonna see a video where we actually got together and do a swap. So,
comic swap.
Yeah,
not
comic
any
swap.
other swap.
Word, thank
we
you.
know how some of you are.
And then
we
we'll
know how
see.
you operate.
Yeah, we'll see what I do with this particular book. All right. Moving on.
Ooh,
Iron
classic.
Man 170, first full James Rhodes as Iron Man.
Bronze Age key.
Yeah.
It doesn't get the love that it should get.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for a lot of we know a lot of the comic book hall crew. They like black heroes. This is the beginning of that era where you saw a black Iron Man. So significant in Marvel Comics.
Absolutely.
But didn't think it would get a 9.8.
Nah, it was just one of those like maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Was
I
it
on the
pressed?
fence. Yeah, it got pressed, cleaned. It actually didn't need to be cleaned. It just needed to be pressed. Now
Ooh,
this book,
what you got there?
this book I sent in, and I want to actually spend a little bit of time talking about this book, and here's why.
It's Wolverine.
Wolverine 88, first meetup between him and Deadpool, first time they fight. It's a key it's always been a key if you're a Deadpool fan, if you're a Wolverine fan.
Yes.
But right now, because of movie hype, you know, people have been keeping an eye on this book since 2022 when the movie was announced, and we found out that Hugh Jackman was going to be back playing Wolverine. So I decided to go take a look at the census and look at the numbers on this particular book.
Let's talk some data.
So prior to the movie announcement back in September 2022, the book was selling for about $350 to $450. On a good day, $450.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the end of the month after it was announced, and one person actually paid over $700 for a copy.
Oof. That's expensive.
If you fast forward one more year to September 2023, the book is still sitting somewhere between $400 and $450. And if you fast forward to today, it's still sitting at $400 and $450. So the price of the book actually wasn't negatively or positively impacted by movie announcement. The book was $400 to $450 prior to an announcement, and it's still about the same price.
For sure.
So I started looking at the book and I was like, is this an investment type book? I would say yes. If you bought it raw, I paid $50 for this particular one raw. So if you buy it raw for about $50, you got to make sure it's going to be crispy. It's going to be a 9.8 candidate. right?
Mhm.
This particular one is the deluxe edition. There's also a newsstand edition, the standard direct edition. And so, yeah, I do actually think it's a good investment if you find it raw and you find it high grade.
We're talking Wolverine.
Mhm.
You've got significant Wolverine keys. You got Wolverine 1, 1983, Frank Miller.
Mhm.
Direct edition, that's about a $550, $600 book. Newsstand, $1,000.
Mhm.
So you got that. However, Wolverine 1 Volume 2, $200 book, $250 on a good day.
Yeah.
Does not have significant impact, even though first appearance of Patch, Madripoor, all of that storyline.
Right.
When you look at the Wolverine keys, this is one of them.
Mhm.
This is one of the more obscure keys. It's a deep cut, but now we compare that to Deadpool, New Mutants 98, the X Factor appearance. Nobody cares about that second appearance,
Nah.
but they care a hell of a lot about this book.
This is actually a low census book.
It is.
So if you look up the CGC census, they've broken it down by two. Just the standard one, and then below that is the deluxe. The deluxe actually has more copies in the census. I think it was like 2,000 something, versus the other batch, which had about 780 or something like that. So it's less of them. Overall, though, that's a very low census count. Between the low census count, the fact that finding this book in high grade is tough, and it's holding its value, I think that's actually a good place to park $50. So $50 for the book, $37 for pressing and grading. That's a really good investment if you could turn around and sell for $400.
So you essentially 5x'd it.
Yeah, if I choose to flip it, yeah.
Yeah. But now, okay, conversely, you have these intersections of Wolverine with key characters. An obscure book that does not get the love that it deserves is Wolverine meets Venom.
Right.
It's in volume 2. There is a
Yes.
Wolverine cover with Venom on it.
You know who did the cover?
Exactly.
You know who did that? The artist that did the Max. What's the name of the guy?
Yes.
Sam Keith. I think the reason why that book does not get the love that you're saying it deserves, and I don't disagree with you.
It's a unique
because of
style,
the
yeah.
art. I believe
you
it's the
either
art.
love it or you hate it.
Correct.
But Liefeld is the same way. And Liefeld New Mutants 1998.
Yeah.
It's an investment book solidly from your perspective.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if it's holding at 400, 450-ish, and it's been, what, the past, you looked at data from how long?
I looked at data from the beginning of 2022 all the way to June of 2024.
So we got over, over the COVID hump. So now that we've had this great resettling and pricing.
And by the way, someone got caught slipping because a 9.8 sold for $99 last year. It was the one time that happened, right? So one guy overpaid, paid 700 plus, and one person got a steal and paid 99.
That's how it averages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and you go, oh, okay, well, what was the next sale? $400 something.
And it just corrected itself.
Immediately. So if you're gonna sell the book, guys, and you're gonna do an auction style of sale, don't do it in the middle of like 2 a.m. in the morning. When
No, please do it in the middle of 2 a.m. Yeah, some of us might be on the lookout for copies.
Disregard what I just
said. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. Just let us know about it so we can buy them. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was a good flip, unintentional investment, if you will, not a flip, but an unintentional investment. I wasn't looking to do that, but it looked crisp, and I thought it had an opportunity to get a 9.8, and it did. So I'm happy with that.